Good evening, everyone.
Hello!
Hiya, Tim. Hiya, Terry. Hiya, Amjad.
Tim Sheephead.
Yeah, and Tim. Did I say Tim? Well, I don't know. My mind's been all over the place for, yeah,
What's that, mate?
certain reasons.
How'd I say?
Yeah,
It wasn't me. You were a dog.
I know.
Right, bro.
Tell you.
Okay.
And I said it on Fridays, he'll beat death on me.
Best thing about it, the other leg's going there.
I know.
Bloody hell.
So probably a lot of it. Oh, yeah. It were a bit emotional, bless him, but hey ho. So yeah, so for them that didn't know, Pete don't know.
I don't think that.
Well, last week he ended up down at A&E because he's got an external blood clot. Takes biscuit out on Saturday. And a dog bit him. Quite deeply, in fact. So since then, I've been having to do my Nurse Gladys impression and in fact, just before I came live, changing his dressing and everything, he has rung the doctors. Apparently, you only allowed 5 tetanus injections in your lifetime. And basically, Chris has had all his 5. So that sort of went on the cards. Did he smell of sausages? It's all right, you're joking, Gordo, but yeah. And it was on the same leg as he got the external blood clot. Same leg. Excuse me. So, yeah, he rung doctors this morning. She wanted to see a picture of it. She says, unfortunately, we can't give you a tetanus because you've had 5. But she's put him on another course of antibiotics just to be on the safe side. So that's where we are at the moment. Never said anything about going to nurse to have it dressed. Snow fairy. We've had some snow today and all. Only a little bit, but we've had some snow.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris did a little video about it. First snow of the year, which in essence is true.
Yes.
Because it's 2023 now, so it's the first time it snowed in 2023.
I said to Jeanette this morning, first snow it used to snow it with. Because that's probably December.
I know. Well, you sending me doolally with all shenanigans. But anyway. So that's where we are at the moment. All steri strips, gauze pads, bought some massive plasters, bound it up with bandage. Yeah, been all right. Hiya, Scotty. So he decided to go out, is it -1?
-1.
Anyway, so he says, it's driving me nuts. I've got to get out. I've got to get some fresh air, etc., etc. I'm going to, where were it? Wyoming Brook. That's the one. So, gets all this gear together, jumps in car, comes back, comes in, and he's hobbling. I says, don't tell me you fell. Don't tell me you fell. He says, but even before I got out of the car, I says, my right leg, my knee, had gone on his other knee. So I ain't got a good leg between him. So yeah, this is the thing. I've hardly slept since it happened Saturday.
I've been out like a light.
Oh, Johnny's had some flakes.
Oi!
But then last time you got none at all. Anyway, so I've hardly slept. I mean, you know what such a worrier I am. And every time I got out of bed, I checked to see if he were breathing. That you know, I know it's stupid, but that's how my brain works. Yeah, right. Hi, Peter Cook, how are you? So yeah. But that's me. I'm a worrier, and you know what I mean. And with these blood thinners, and then dog bite, and it were really bad. So yeah, I mean, I've got some pictures if anybody wants to see it. But yeah, I'll tell you now, they are quite graphic. So Scotty hasn't heard all about it, has he?
No.
Yeah. Went out with Biscuit on Saturday, Scotty. Hiya, Joel. Joel's another one that hadn't heard about it. Went out with Biscuit Saturday morning and the dog bloody bit him. So, and then goes out in car today to go, you know, he says, I didn't even get drone up. He says, because ideally, he says, I couldn't find anywhere to sit down. He got it even before I got out of the car. His knee had gone.
The other leg.
Oh God! You know, I'm sure he's trying to kill me off. I'm almost positive he's trying to kill me off. Only joking. So yeah, for me anyway, it's been very, 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 very stressful. And then, okie dokie. Last night when I says, yeah, you know, I was checking if he were breathing. While I was checking if he were breathing, he were doing river dance in his sleep. So God knows what he were dreaming about. And I asked him this morning, he says, I can't remember.
I have 2 good legs.
Yeah. That is in your dreams and all. But yeah.
Got out of the car, I even walked off the car park and we were going. Oh, dear.
Hang on a minute. Add to stream. Oh, John is in car. Hi, Scotty.
Hey, I'm sat in a car park right now and I've just seen about 4 rats run across the car park.
Ooh.
I'm not even joking. There's one under a bloody car right in front of me at the moment.
What are you doing in car anyway? Are you picking Tracy up?
Yeah, late. They shouldn't be getting picked up at this time.
Oh.
Told them off.
Yeah.
I'm like that.
Oh God! If I look stressed, it's because I am stressed.
Jesus, there's literally rats running all over this car park.
I bet you're glad you sat in car, aren't you, Johnny?
Yeah, but the one I can see right now. Oh my God, there's another one. You're actually looking under the car, looking like up under the car.
Oh God!
Oh my God!
They're not killer rats.
Hang on, let me switch this camera around. I'm not even joking. Hang on.
Surrounded by rats. So yeah, he did ring up this morning and she says something about you only allowed 5 tetanus in your lifetime. I think you need to zoom it in a bit, Johnny.
It won't let me, I don't think, but you'll see one in a minute. They're not little. Oh, there's one under that Ford. Oh God, shit! You won't believe it. Over there, look, see him under the bin.
Oh yeah. Hang on a minute. Let me put you full screen, Johnny.
And there's one underneath that red car over there.
Yeah.
Looks black to me because it's dark.
I'm going to do an investigation, but if they run at me, I'm running back to this car.
Oh, this is going to be hilarious.
I'm not kidding.
He's waiting to pick Tracy up. He's
screaming back to the car.
I'm going to say you're braver than what I am, Johnny, because, yeah, no, I wouldn't even go out at car if I seen one.
You're literally just running across the car park like there's no...
Johnny 5, the private rat investigator. And is that where Ailey's moved to?
They're under that bin.
Oh, he's not driving at the moment, Joel. He's waiting for Tracy and Carter. God, don't poke the hornet's nest, Johnny, whatever you do.
Yeah, don't go getting bit by a rat.
I'm going to say.
There's one under that car. Where are you?
Don't stand on that
There's
ice, neither.
rats running around this car park. There's rats running around this car park. The girls are up there. Wave. Wave, wave. That's Jeanette. Wave.
There's more than one rat, Joel. Johnny's seen quite a few.
Oh dear. No,
It's got to be something to do with them bins, hasn't it? Definitely.
Yeah, look at all the bin bags over there.
Yeah, I'd track them for sure.
Yeah. That's probably why there's rats, because there's probably rubbish strewn everywhere.
Yeah, look at all that.
Yeah.
Look at all it bottom of the door.
Yeah, that gives an indication of the size of the rats.
No, it gives an indication that I'm getting back in this fucking car.
Yeah, good idea.
Oh dear. So the rat investigation is no more because Johnny's getting back in his car.
Oh, balls to that.
Good idea.
I wouldn't even go out at car, Johnny, let alone else.
So now I know what I'll know what I'd have seen if I had met Roland. The one that moved in my caravan.
Oh dear me.
Just running out car park.
It's obvious there's a lot of rubbish there, and that obviously that's what's attracting them, you know, the rubbish.
They're not shy though, they're bigger. Hang on, the girls are here.
Tell them to be careful.
Like rolling rat round here.
You see that, Mummy?
Johnny's new YouTube channel.
No.
Oh God, that's the thing. Shut your door, Johnny. One might jump in car.
Yeah, just right.
I've got a song for you. There's a rat in my car park. What am I gonna do?
When you got I'm going, shut door, Johnny. One might jump in.
One popping his head in and out the car. That car a minute ago. One under that car over there, and then they were just running around bins here.
Yeah, listen, actually seen one overnight. She thought she was seeing things, but she's going to tell one personal thing. If they can go.
And the silly sod Johnny got out to investigate Tracy.
Cost of living, we might be barbecuing them.
Barbecue rat.
No, thank you. I'd stay firmly in car.
I won't be having barbecue rat.
Right, I'm setting off.
Not that desperate.
I'll be back soon because I shouldn't be on it really.
Yeah, I'll see you in a bit. Yeah, see you in a bit, Johnny. Safe travels. God, I want to know if Rats is looking for work. Oh God, he's got more book than what I have.
Yeah,
I'm firmly staying in the car, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I would be too.
Yeah, no, thank you.
I had to go buy a new wire for me voice recorder for when I do the meetings, because 2 wires, none of which were recognising the voice recorder. As I said, seriously. Mind you, it might have also been a Windows update.
That could be reason. We see the good thing about this laptop is it don't run on Windows, so I'm all right with that. No, you're not.
Look at that car park.
Hey, well, knowing your luck, it'll probably bite your finger off.
Yep.
He says, shall we get a pet rat? Yeah. He come walking down with
no.
rat still attached to his finger, you know what I mean? Oh,
That backfired. I tried for you to get it, tried to eat me.
A pet rat would put up you.
no. You please about with him, Joel. You don't kill them, you just sort of...
Flings them about.
Yeah.
Better than my cat would just look at it and go, you expect me to chase that? Nah. There's a food in my bowl.
But yeah,
Laziest cat ever.
I mean, this is the thing. I mean, we had Lucy, and she used to bring all sorts, and she was only a tiny little cat,
Yeah.
and she'd bring pigeons back, what bigger than what she were. Now this is the thing. We don't think she killed them herself. She probably got Tucker,
Yeah.
Tucker or Benny to
to
catch them, and then she'd sort of take over.
I say, she'd bring them up backyard, play with it for a bit, and then our Benny would eat it. I hope you're not
Oh. Yeah,
One of my old cats was notorious for catching slow worms. Problem being, me and mum likes slow worms, so yeah, that wasn't very fun. Although last year I did have one on the mower, and mum was freaking out over
that
it.
Russell
So,
Terrier makes short work of rats. I mean, don't know anybody that's got a terrier.
Good.
That's a Yorkshire Terrier.
It's still a terrier.
Not same thing, dear.
Yeah, different terrier.
Can you
It's got
imagine
three.
a three-legged Yorkshire Terrier running after a rat that's about the same size as it?
Yeah, that'd be quite the sight.
Yeah.
Oh, gone.
That's it.
Yeah.
Think he needs a rat for his Wi-Fi.
Right.
When we had the cat, he used to bring mice in, and he used to like making them squeal.
This is the actual picture when Chris first come back after the dog had bit him.
So if you eat it now, look away.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, Scotty, I'm just going to put it on.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's deep.
That is the very first time he came back before I cleaned it out or anything. I've got some sterile water, you know, like to irrigate it and whatever.
Yeah.
So that's sort of my first port of call. I sprayed some that on. That were after I'd cleaned it up, making it really badly bruised it. So that's how ferocious it went for him. You can see the bruise starting to come round.
Yeah.
You see stated trouser bottoms. Oh.
And of course, it's going to come out quicker with the blood thinners, isn't it?
That's it. And that was my main concern. So this is yesterday, after I'd sort of dressed it and cleaned it up and everything.
Partners.
Hiya, partners.
Partners.
Slightly.
Better, yeah.
A slight, a little bit better.
Yeah.
So that's sort of where we are at the moment. But we were just lucky that I got some Steri-strips left over from when Callum hurt his finger.
Yeah.
It's all right. Gordo says, what dog were it?
Yeah.
It was smaller than Biscuit, but it were bigger than I says to Chris, he says it were black with curly hair. So it sounded like it might be a Labradoodle.
That does sound rather labradoodle-y, yeah.
Because you've got the black Labrador part, but you've also got the poodle part, which coincides with curly hair. And he says, but it weren't as big as Biscuit, but it weren't little, if that makes any sense.
I'm just
Pokes his head
So glad that the vicious dog that we had on my estate is no longer around. It attacked 4 different dogs,
Best about it, Gordo.
targeted smaller dogs as well.
Yeah, did you find owner? We know who it is. They live above, right? You know where our back garden is? They live over other side. And she's actually been to our house once before.
Yeah.
Right? Because I did like one of these coffee mornings for Macmillan, and she actually come here.
Yeah.
So it's not as if she don't know where we live.
Yeah, exactly.
She hadn't got it on a lead. Biscuit was on his lead.
Yeah.
And basically, she shouted it, and dog thought straight, and it were actually going for Biscuit, but Chris had told him to side with his lead.
Yeah.
So of course, instead of going for Biscuit, it's
sank in his leg. Yeah.
Device is not connected, Tim.
Yeah. We had this dog, which, what I know of, attacked 4 other dogs, all smaller dogs, and like Jack Russell size and all that. Attacked my next door neighbour's dog. That was quite an expensive vet bill. She nearly lost the dog, but we got chipmunk mode. I think.
You're back in chipmunk mode.
I think chipmunk mode's back.
But you see, that's Chris's main concern.
Yeah.
And he posted it in one of our local, our local groups. He didn't name any names. And he just said, just beware. And same as Chris says, next time. Hi, partner.
Hey up, Jeanette, Scotty, Tim, wherever he is. No such problems with me.
That was kind of sort of your chipmunk mode, Tim.
Next time it could go for a kid, because there's, a lot were concerned that they walk the dogs in that same area that have kids.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
I actually witnessed this particular dog attack another dog. I was there when it happened. My neighbour who intervened last time, he couldn't because he's not been very well.
Gives us a burp.
Managed to get him sorted.
Sound check, Tim.
Gives a burp.
And I walked the person back to their place, checked they were all right and everything. They're just more annoyed because it wasn't even their dog that got attacked.
But you see, the thing that scared me, this woman, got mauled by, 7 or 8 dogs.
Yeah.
And that sort of, you don't know, do you?
You don't. You do not know.
But this is the thing. The same as, Chris says, well, I don't want to report it in case they put the dog down. And that's exactly what Chris said, Gordo. Biscuit were on a lead. It weren't, we weren't being aggressive or anything.
Yeah, exactly.
It was all from this other dog. It weren't on lead. She couldn't control it.
Yeah.
She blew it off at lead. And the gash on his leg, that's the ending of the story, basically.
Yeah. It's like my neighbour's dog. Because of that dog attack, now he's dog aggressive. And, he won't. He's all right with my dog because there's a fence between them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Chris said earlier on, he says he won't ever see it out in garden because it's like a fence. Separates ours from their backyard. And he says, it won't ever come to fence barking at me. He says, because I'll kick it one. Yeah. But I totally agree with you, Gordo. For one, she hadn't got it on lead. She couldn't control it. If you can't control your dog, then keep it on a lead.
Exactly.
Yep. Tim's going to restart his laptop.
Oh, okie dokie then, Tim.
It'll probably work.
But
yes.
But it's one of those, instead of turning it off, he'll just close the lid. That's the worst thing you can do to a laptop, closing the lid.
Exactly, yeah.
Because you need to shut them down when you've done with them.
But you see, Biscuit don't like that kind of behaviour when a dog's rushing towards him.
Talk about my laptop. I didn't actually shut it down.
You know what I mean? And he's scared shitless. If he sees a dog barking and coming running towards him, he's scared.
Well, it's not really barking back.
So of course, in Biscuit's defence, this dog's charging at Chris, yap, you know, barking its head off. So Biscuit's barking back at it, which, same as we've said, is a natural defence when it's charging towards your owner. But yeah, Chris says, as he come in and he says, it's a good job it were a woman. He says, because if it had been a bloke, he said, I'd have punched his lights out. You know, he says, keep your dog under control. He says, carry on, can lead.
It's actually an offence not to have a dog under control. It's an offence to have a dog out of control.
Yeah, then the silly bint had got the cheek to accuse our Biscuit of biting Chris. Yeah.
I think that person needs a brain transplant.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
Same as Chris says.
I've got a brain transplant.
Yeah, if Biscuit had a bit me, it'd have been in back of his leg, not on front, because Biscuit were behind him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gordo says, report it, Chris. You can state that you don't want the dog destroyed, but the owner will be forced to take the and lead and all.
Yeah.
Especially like it, we're walking up steps where you can't see anybody on footpath. Because dogs in front of you, and you're down bottom, and dogs at top. How are you going to see if anybody's on top of footpath?
Yeah.
You can't, can you?
Exactly. Why would your own dog bite you?
Well, this is it exactly, Tim. I mean, Partness knows our Biscuit's as soft as a brook.
Yeah, he is. He
won't bite anybody.
No.
Biscuit won't. But yeah, she turned around and tried saying that it was Biscuit that had bit him. He says, well, how come? He says, biting it back, and because that's where Biscuit were, behind me, and bites up front.
Yep.
No, it's an offence not to have a dog under control.
So, honestly, I and Crypto will change the subject because it took him all day Saturday to calm down with that, you know. Ooh. But yeah, I mean, this is the thing. We've got, is her name Tilly? Millie? Tilly? I always forget what her name is. Tilly on end here, a 3-legged Yorkshire Terrier, and she comes, yip.
Ankle biter.
Yeah, and she comes bounding towards Biscuit, but Biscuit's used to her. So he just stands there and barks back at her, you know what I mean?
Well, there was a little terrier with white terrier.
This was right.
This morning, a little white terrier on this side of the road. Me and Biscuit brought on the side of the road. They were on leads. You were on leads. Yeah. Our Biscuit. I says to me, you were about to. I says, leave it. And he carried on. And the other one.
Yeah, Chris only has to say to Biscuit, stop it when it starts. Yeah.
Leave it.
Yeah, leave it, and he stops it. But yeah. But yeah, this we'll sit. This is the thing. We can sit in here, and all of a sudden we're yip, and I say, "Tilly's that." Always tell. For a little dog, a little 3-legged dog, I've got a yap on her. You know what I mean?
Could do with a GoPro and a chest mount.
But
get the whole thing on video.
But you don't anticipate a dog coming towards you and biting you. You know what I mean?
Well,
Same as
no, you
Christopher.
don't.
He's always got his phone with him. But had he known what was going to happen, you know, it'd have probably have filmed it. You know what I mean? Not
No,
for.
But what I'm saying is a GoPro and a chest mount. You start the camera rolling when as soon as you start taking the dog out, and you record. You'll just literally record everything.
Hey up! I've just thought.
What?
Can you remember when we bought Biscuit? We bought Biscuit and harness with a thing that where you can clip a GoPro into it.
Dog mount.
Yeah. And it's like a harness.
I was gonna get one for my dog, but she's too
But it
bleeding
has
bone hard to wear.
got like a mount on it. You know, like one of these mounts where your tripod and everything. It's got like one of them where you can clip a GoPro mount into it.
Yeah.
Well, I've got all sorts of mounts. GoPro mounts.
Biscuit cam.
Yeah, something like that. Where you.
Yeah. It's not as big as that you've got on the bottom of yours, but it's
no. But this is just to show you the.
Yeah.
The concept works. You have your mount. You could stick it on.
But you see, that's the difference in Biscuit. Chris can put him under control as well. He only has to say, stop it, and that's it. He stops. But obviously, she couldn't control hers, so...
You'd have something like that, and you...
Yeah.
Put on his harness with a...
it's like
that.
It's like a thing that you just slot it in.
Or does it have the actual mount on there?
Yeah, that sort of thing, yeah.
Yeah, that's a GoPro mount.
What we're going to say? Oh yeah, another update.
For the aftermarkets too. Yeah.
We had a visit from Ivy's daughter today. You know, next door that fell. She didn't break her hip. She actually broke her leg, and it was bathroom floor where she was lay. Anyway, and she had an operation. She had a pin put, some plates or something put in her leg. She was doing all right. Guess what? She got COVID.
No.
And then she was saying she'd got all clear from COVID and got a chest infection. So, yeah. So she's actually still in hospital at the moment.
She could be back in her house within 10 days.
Yeah. They're going to give her 10 days, see how she's doing, and she could be home in like 10 days, something like that.
Yeah.
So, little bit sort of better news, but yeah. I mean, can you imagine going into hospital with one thing? You go in with a broken leg, have an operation, everything's healing nicely, and then get bloody COVID.
That's why I don't like
Places like that be sterile.
But you see that when this dog bit him on Saturday, I kept saying, "Go to hospital. We're being on blood thin. Is it? It might not stop bleeding. It wants stitches." And he says, "I'm not going down to hospital again."
4 hours.
Flatly refused to go to hospital. But I ought to change my name to Nurse Gladys. Nurse Gladys in training.
It was going to be Granville.
Yeah. So Chris had to go out on Saturday. 3 crepe bandages. Dressing pads. And these are jumbo plasters. Plus, I'd already got... Yeah. You can go in shower now. Forget bed bath.
Florence Nightingale.
Yeah, I draw the line, at my nurse. Yeah. I've done my bit. Well, at the moment, he ain't got a bandage on it. He's got, I've cut a piece off of this, one of these gauze bandages, steri strips, one of them, and then 2 jumbo plasters off at top, so we ain't got a bandage on at the moment. So he's got no excuse now not to
He wants a bed bath.
Yeah, Yeah, what he wants and what he gets is two different things, partner.
Well, I don't know about your about such intimate things.
Yeah.
Not the place.
I'm telling you now, what he wants and what he gets is two different things. His arms are still working.
It's what he gets that I'm worried about.
You know. Hiya, Johnny.
Hey,
Yeah.
Johnny.
Yeah. You know, he's got two hands and two arms, you know. Yeah, he can wash himself. Hey, Grandad's in. Hiya, Dennis. Oh, yeah. Dennis is offering to give a bed bath. There you go. Yeah, he says he'd give a bed bath. I've done my bit for the cause, Dennis. You know, I've dressed his wounds. You know, I've done my nurse Gladys bit. So yeah, the rest is up to him, as they say. So, oh babe.
Oh, what's he want?
Yes, it's not karate.
Karate.
Yeah. Yeah. Dennis is a purely beginner in Taekwondo. But he went to some championships.
Taekwondo.
Yeah, he got some
Taekwondo.
Yeah, he went to this contest. He got second place. Not bad to say. He's a purely well, yeah.
He's got black belt in origami.
Chris says he's got a black belt in origami.
I'm going to have to show what happened to the RC car. You know, the blue RC car.
Yeah.
Oh, the Rover P6.
You like this?
Might be as bad as the one on Classic Britain.
It's probably a smashed one.
There's the end of the back end of it.
Oh.
There's the front.
Oops,
I killed it. Yeah, only did one race.
Oh dear.
I think yeah, is it a sacrificial part that's a sacrificial part, so you just get another one
there you
and
go.
away you go.
Well, I'll be getting another shell.
I've just been checking Dennis's channel. He does copyright free music.
Yeah, he's done some good films, honestly. Very, very good films. Damn his art. Yeah, I know. Hey, this is no word of a lie. He got joggers on when it happened. It didn't rip his joggers or anything. It was just puthering blood anyway. So he changed them and put his jeans on. And after first initially dressing it, it were seeping through. He's ended up nicking a pair of our Callum's joggers, and he says, "Oh, these are comfy, aren't they?"
Well, I'm going to drop a link to Dennis' channel.
Callum now.
Yeah, but yeah, Dennis is good at what he does, music-wise.
I need to listen to some of his music once. I've not seen him yet. I need to download them.
And one of his videos, yeah, it's.
God, that's a good break. Look at that.
Hey,
the bully.
The bully.
Straight down.
Very hard hitting.
Would that be worth repairing?
Don't repair it.
The shows that week.
Yeah.
The shows that week. The thing is,
at the end of the day, you've got to weigh up whether it's worth repairing or just get another.
Bear in mind, the show costs. They typically cost about £7 anyway. So
like I said, it's a sacrificial part. So
I keep all the shells, and I just use the bits of plastic to stick on bits of other shells if it's not something too big.
But yeah.
Yeah, there you are.
Well, unless a miracle happens with other teams, it looks like Chris's team's got automatic promotion. Yeah. Well, yeah, but 11 points between second and third. So
Yeah, well, no
Well,
change.
man. I lost a massive chunk on the front and all. Oh, I was just having quite a bad race night, to be fair, on Saturday, because I had. What did have happen?
yeah.
Lost multiple bolts.
I'm
His
just said to
pinion
you
slipped
if you were
out.
Dennis's track for his cousin's wedding. Oh, pardon me. But yeah, is that the aim of what you do? Is you just go
You smash
bang
them up, yeah.
bang a
Yeah.
racing with your
Yeah.
models, basically.
Yeah. I've got a few more dents in the back of the car now, understandably. I had nothing to
But
protect
same
the
as you
back of
said,
it.
that for £7 for a shell, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not worth repairing them, is it?
I've got a bunch more shells anyway. I'm going
One
to
day
be
it's a
looking
Rover
into a different
P6.
company as well.
Next day it's a
There'll be-
Toyota Supra.
Well,
No, they don't do Toyota Supras. They got a
I don't
couple
know
of
Supra.
two.
All right,
They got-
BMW Z4. Mind you, that is a
I have to look-
Supra, Z4.
Hang on.
Yeah, the new Supra is just a BMW Z4 with.
There's 3 different companies, so it might take some time. Hang on. Let's start with.
I'm
Yeah,
just picking out random cars.
I know there was.
that's why I'm laughing at Amjad. We're in, Steve that come up other day.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, Amjad went in, and I think he learnt him how to pin StreamYard thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, a bit later on, Amjad said he was going to bed, but he came in with his other channel, his ASMR channel, and Steve was going to ban him,
Alright.
and he said, "It's me, Amjad." But yeah,
What we've got? What was? I know.
How's
that
Emma
the
anyway,
newspaper
Dennis?
I found, I think.
Emma is his wife.
Why? Excuse me.
Well, me and Dennis, called me wifey. Anyway, how's Emma? Okie dokie then, Gordo. See you in a bit.
let's see where it
The
goes.
newest company which I found, they got.
I'll see
They
where it
haven't
goes.
got as many shells.
Yeah,
but
that's all right then, Dennis.
They seem to have some interesting ones. Hang on, let's have a look here. What we got? Wait, it loads.
But yeah, if you want any sort of, Chris has used a lot of his tracks on his videos, so it's copyright free music.
Yeah, as long as you credit him, that's all he asks.
Yeah, that's it. And it's same like people will ask Chris, "Can I use some of your footage?" Yes,
Where are you going?
Hey, he's going to pick Mrs. Jill.
Oh, see you in a bit, Gordo.
There we go. Right,
And that's all anybody wants. You know what I mean? If you're using somebody's either footage or music or whatever,
It's only fair, isn't it?
It's
There we
only
go.
respect for that person that you credit it.
The new company which I've just found, they do actually do a Toyota Celica.
Ooh.
But what generation? There's been 7 generations of Toyota Celica.
They haven't got it listed as to what version. It just says Toyota Celica on it.
Celica.
What else do they have? They have a Vauxhall Carrera and the estate version. Mercedes E-Class.
Does it
and
look
the
like this
estate
one?
version. Hang on. Let me see.
That's 5th generation with pop-up headlights and curves.
It might well
Well, you
be.
know
Hang
what
on.
pop-up headlights are out, does it? That's because
Well, it'd be casted anyway.
You won't get them on remote.
I'm
On
going to say
radio controlled one.
it's just smashing it into another
But-
car.
No, I'm saying the
Mark
real
one.
thing. The
Mark
real thing has
one.
pop-up headlights.
Mark
Hey.
1 Triumph 2000.
Oh,
There you
Triumph
go.
2000,
I thought it was 1st of February.
Mark 1.
Oh.
Hang on, I'll see if I should have a picture of a Mark 1 2000.
Right, hang on. They have got a list of them, but I don't know if they've got any.
I thought you'd gone to bed. I tell you, Amjad, my mind were all over the place. I've not slept properly the last couple of nights, so yeah.
Hang on. Oh, they got it at a weird angle. Hang on. No, the sleeper does not have the pop-up headlights.
But
Whichever one that they have.
Well,
what fucker's fault?
no, I'm saying the real,
No, it's your fault.
the real
Yeah,
car.
the casted one which they've got,
Isn't it? What?
it's got
Well,
the headlights on the front.
Do you want me to
Oh, I can
write
go
a
up.
list?
What?
Why it's your fault?
Scotty, have you got a link for that?
It's a Facebook page.
Oh no,
So
no
the
good
problem-
to me.
Yeah, that's the thing. They've only
Yeah.
run on the Facebook page, unfortunately. They don't have a website. It probably was going to be out of their budget, to be fair.
Yeah, I know we are. I know we did.
I doubt the one that has a website's even got anything.
Whilst doing your river dance.
Oh, oh.
Yeah, God knows what we're up
Damn
with
it,
last
I had a
night.
picture of
Dennis,
Mark 2000 ago.
I thought you were doing river dance. I know.
Hang on.
He's there sleeping like a log doing his river dance impression. And I'm there every time I got out of bed for a pee. We're checking he's still breathing.
Oh, contact is a Supra.
But everybody knows what
Now, let me see if I can find.
what a warrior I am.
Let's do that.
Here we go.
All right, Tim.
I might be able to find. Because
Not
I think
everybody's
earlier I
got
did find.
I know, I'm just asking a
I
question.
think I found a 2000 all cut out earlier. Picture of it.
We've got a lot of new people in, Dennis. Very, very nice people.
Hang on.
Yeah, you know.
You've got to watch out for that parking. It's a bit of a...
Right, don't listen to anything that Chris says
Yeah.
because it's all true.
Park Nest is a fellow Yorkshireman, even though he lives up. Yeah.
It's still Yorkshire. Yorkshire's a big
Yeah,
place.
it's still classed as Yorkshire, though.
Is that the one?
Okay, go.
There we go.
Yeah, and Johnny Five is other Yorkshire.
Oh, that picture's awful. Oh, that's terrible.
Scotty's odd one out because he's down south.
Yeah, I'm down south, me.
It's a southern
Well, southwest, innit? Somewhere.
Yeah.
South.
Well, oh dear.
Well.
He lost his sense of humour.
Hang on.
Might have a gammy right knee and a dodgy left leg, but yeah.
Hang on.
Still a dodgy dude.
I'll do it this way.
But yeah, Dennis is one of these that he's not around for ages, and then all of a
There we
sudden he appears out of nowhere.
And we can't
High
get rid of
spirit
him.
in the sky.
Going up to the spirit in the sky. That's all.
There we go. There's one of the shells.
There you go. There's a Mark 2000.
That might be a bit more sturdy, Scotty, because it looks like it's a proper
Yeah, I think they're thicker
flanger.
shells. Yeah, they
Yeah.
look like they're thicker shells.
It's wicked.
Hey?
I'll definitely look into those particular ones. What was the other one which I saw? I was like, ooh, that looks interesting.
Mind you, I suppose it's sort of swings and roundabout because I bet you've got to pay more for that proper,
So
like.
I think this particular one is still £7, but then you've got like £5 postage, but they do a cutting out fee as well. They can cut them out for you, so they're like £5, and that saves me the size of my
So
fingers.
basically, on top of that £7, you've got added costs on
Postage,
top of
obviously.
that. So
Yeah.
by the time you've done, you've probably spent 14, 15 quid.
Has he actually won anything with him, though?
I've got a point on the last race. I don't know how I managed to do so because I mainly spent my time on the roof and side.
A point's better than nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what point in the UK usually get in Eurovision?
Oh yeah, you heard about what's it?
Like Sex Pistols.
John
Nice.
Lydon. What was his name?
Johnny Rotten.
Johnny Rotten. Yeah, he's. He might be singing for Ireland in this year's Eurovision Song Contest.
anyone can sing for any country.
I'm not kidding you. It was on
It's
Good
in the
Morning
rules.
Britain, Part Nest.
There's an
Yeah.
interesting
And it
looking
cut-
shell. Look at that one.
Oh, that one's a nice one. Put the dark blue sides on it, like, but yeah.
That's just how someone's painted it.
Anyway,
That looks like
Anyway.
that definitely looks like a 70s Japanese car.
That is a I'll tell you what that is. Hang on. What is it? It
the
is
title
a-
of this song is called Hawaii.
It is
Now,
a Datsun 3.
Him and his missus have been together 40 years, and she's suffering from dementia and Alzheimer's. And that is sort of that's the dedication of the song. That is what he wrote the song for, because
That's not even the right. That's not even the right.
very,
company.
very
That's
nice song. You wouldn't if you didn't know as much Part Nest, you wouldn't know it were him that was singing.
No.
He has got a beautiful singing voice, and yeah,
It actually looks like an rover car that.
It was
Was
a
it?
Datsun, that one.
Yeah. But it reminds me of
That
the
was a
cancelled
Datsun
Rover
20.
PA.
260C, that one. But it's not the one I was looking for, because I was looking for the Datsun 430C, which is the one that they sell. It's good, isn't it? There we go. Sedanza shells. They haven't really got a huge list of the shells all done up. Oh, they even do. Now, is that a Robin or a Regal? Hang on. Let's get it right.
You can tell a Robin from a Regal. The trotter van was it was a super van, which is the van version of the Regal.
Yeah. Hang on. I think it is actually a Regal. I've lost the bleeding page. There we are. Oh, no, it's a Rialto.
okay,
yeah, so that's-
Amjad. See you
That's when
tomorrow.
they dropped the Robin name.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dad.
Have a good night.
That's the Merc E-Class.
And don't let your twin nick your phone while you're going to sleep.
There we go.
E-Class.
Oh, come on, page work. This page is going to be a bit silly. There we go. They're not casted. These are just well, they're casted, but not cut out. That's what I meant. No. Where's that one gone?
So this is a question to Dennis. You know, while he's here, any more competitions on the horizon?
There we go.
Ooh.
Oh,
Can you buy them like that, or
You can buy them like that, or you can pay the extra £5 to get them cut out for you.
oh?
Which means you don't risk your fingers.
Old Beaver HC.
Yeah. Doesn't actually say what they are. Right, we've got the
Second one
Vauxhall
says
Barra.
First or
The-
second generation Toyota Celica.
Yeah,
Third one's a
speakers in that. The Datsun Datsun 120Y,
120.
and then the Triumph 2000s in there as well.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I'm going to be experimenting with shells and trying out different companies, because for a shell to only last on one race is a bit annoying, not going to lie. It's like,
So this is the thing, Scotty. You know, like when you enter these banger things racing.
Yeah.
Is there a particular make or model?
Sometimes, yes.
Yeah.
We have had a charity fundraiser where they all had to be either limos or hearses.
Ooh.
That was just after Halloween, but the charity fundraiser was actually for bone cancer.
Oh, yeah.
Because the organizer's partner's nephew, yeah, that's right. So the organizer's partner's nephew, he sadly passed away a year or 2 years ago, maybe, from a rare form of bone cancer. So they're basically raising money for his well, it's for Bone Cancer UK as well as for his designated charity as well.
Pete says an Amazon driver dinged his Jag while it was parked outside his house, dented the front offside wing. It's in the hands of my insurers. But yeah, 29th.
So the next race which they're doing, which I'm not taking part in because it's a team race thing, and I'll probably drag the team down by being on my side all the time. They are doing 2 litres versus micros.
Oh.
So that's going to be interesting.
So there's is the different divisions,
So with this one, it's called this. They're calling it Civil War. So they've got 2 teams.
Back.
They've got the North and they got the South.
Yeah.
But ironically, one of the guys that's in the North team is actually from Cornwall.
Oh.
So he's undercover.
In the sky says, "What's your favourite make of car, Scotty?"
I'm quite partial for Ford. I've got quite a few Ford shells with the RCs. Not intentionally, but it happens to be. I don't mind an old like Escort or whatnot. I've actually got 2 Escort shells. I used to have a Escort, but
is there anything, any sort of one that's a good mate or that's good for what you do, if you know what I mean? What sort of
honestly, the shell which I've got the most out of was actually my Capri.
Ooh.
I got 3 races out of that one in the end, and I was pretty impressed, to be fair. But it wound my best mate's dad up something chronic because that's his favourite car is a Capri. I was like, yeah, I'm destroying the shell of one. He's like, how rude.
But this is the thing. If like you said, first time you've took the shell out that you painted last week, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And only got 1 use out of it. This
is only the second shell which I've got a single use out of. The other one being single use was the hearse, which is a Dodge Charger. But I knew as soon as I got it, it was going to be rubbish because it didn't even have the markings for the windows. So it isn't going to last very long.
So you knew it weren't gonna do very much.
Yeah, it was just more. It was a bit of fun because both me and my best mate, we both had Dodge Charger shells. I painted mine bright yellow.
Right, yeah.
But I think I did show a picture of that. It was proper mangled by the time I finished.
I mean, do they ever have these sort of races like for your monster truck type of thing as well? Do they? Well,
not with the club which I go to, but there is like monster truck racing. Yeah. There's actually a group which is called RCM HAP. They have a Facebook group, but they're also a community of different RC YouTubers. And this year they did, well, last year, and they'll do it again this year. They had a RC meetup where they went to a scout hall somewhere. I can't remember what it was.
Well, you know, Wakey.
They had all sorts.
Yeah, he's very much into RC cars and all sorts.
Yeah, they had different.
I mean, they don't smash them up like you do, but it does, Yeah,
they had monster truck racing going on there. They had like a competition where you had to kind of do this course, and there was like flipping the monster truck off a table, and they had drag racing going on and all sorts. And they decided let's be really sacrilege and have like a 20-foot high ramp that you've got to send these cars off. These cars aren't cheap.
No,
not like my banger car. You're talking like, I think they retail around about £1,000, and they're launching them off these 20-foot high ramps. And just like, you crazy people.
Yeah.
But the thing is, that's the fun of it. They break them, then fix them.
Well, that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's with what you do, you know that it's going to get bashed up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's sort of the thing you do. If it lasts more than one race, then
Yeah.
you know, your quid's in sort of thing. But
There's also a different category, which is the alloy bangers. So they are as close to proper banger cars as you can possibly get in RC wise. This is one of the guys' cars after racing on Saturday.
oh dear.
That is mangled.
Hey, Johnny.
When
Here's
finished
Johnny.
racing them, all you could hear is smash, bang, bang, crank, wallop, because they are trying to hammer the thing back into some sort of shape.
Fresh out the
Because quite
top.
often, that back end will get tangled up in those wheels.
It got over your Roland ordeal.
Well,
Car park with rats.
I mentioned with Victim.
There were
Yeah.
Toyota Avensis parked in front of me, right? And you could see the mice actually standing up on their hind legs. And
All right, I don't think Crypto were actually in when when you were doing your Pied Piper. Anyway, it were in this car park waiting for Tracy coming from Ailey's flat, and he kept saying, "Oh God, there's a rat there! Oh God, there's a rat there!" And he actually got out to investigate, and I says, "Are you mad?"
They all come out from the corner where them bins were and they were just going like that, backwards and forward.
There we go.
Did you
This
check
was-
when you got out at car that there weren't any interlopers?
I did a few handbrake turns.
That's one of the other categories that they race. There's a lot of mixed opinions on them. Very mixed opinions.
It's like a bloody skateboard.
The thing, there's sort of all different categories, isn't there? You know, there's your high end.
That is a
RC.
F2, that is. The guy who owns this one, he actually races it nationally. So he goes up and down the country racing it.
all over.
Yeah. I think he's actually got a Scottish title as well.
So this is the
something.
thing that you might be able to explain to me. Why has it got different wheels on back than it has on front?
So that's handling. I believe. I'm not 100% on sure on these F2s, but even my car's got different wheels to back. The fact that the rims look totally different, I don't know. That might just be preference.
Is it so it can do wheelies and?
So the back wheels, they will have a higher grade grip on because they're your drive wheels than your front wheels. Then be more kind of soft.
Been back in caravan a bit today, but it was a bit nippy out there.
What you done to it today then, Johnny?
Got its workbenches in, didn't it?
But they've just done some adjustments to the F2 categories because they weren't very popular. We'd be lucky to have about 4 people racing the F2s.
Ooh.
But they now join alongside some other groups. Nice.
Hi, Vanessa. So that right is that your work top, your work areas then? Oh, that laminate looks nice on floor.
Yeah, they've done worktops there, look.
Ooh.
I just made a frame around the caravan and then...
Well, this is the thing. Johnny don't do things by half. He's gone for a posh workshop inside a caravan. You know what I mean? Let's face it. You know.
Yeah. We've got a few more dents in the back of the chassis there.
Oh, dear.
But it's fine.
Dear. Crypto says a snake can't happen for 2 weeks. It'd have a field day with all them rats, Johnny, see? You know, you'd just be able to let it go and, go back to nature.
Rat Central, Rat City Central.
You just see him running across the car park. I even flashing the one under the apprentice with my headlights going, hey, you can see you.
You can't hide from the Johnny 5.
The one trying to find.
Yeah, I've lost a few chunks in the back wheels.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to replace my wheels at some point. But
Yeah, so remember them cars, seats I got out of that Rover?
Apparently, and I made that
Oh
seat
yeah.
out of it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm going to put that into the other end of the caravan. Nice little seating area. I'm going to make a proper frame for it to sit on though.
So what are your intentions? Are you moving some machinery in there, or
Everything's going in there, all my power tools and all that and all.
oh? Crypto says
Like a bit- Whole thing on the front of it though.
Crypto says she'll send you some snake pea. That'll get rid of them.
They're gone now. Well, I'm not bothered about it there, but I don't live there.
Third time's a charm. Give us a bird.
Hey, hey, up is sounding like chipmunk.
No. So much for that.
we thought he'd cracked it, but yeah, he's doing his chipmunk impression. Crypto's got a corn snake, and yeah, she buys these frozen mice for it. She don't eat it.
Mark 2.
Escort.
She don't. She don't feed it.
Mark 3. I decided I was going to get another show. I was at the club because there's a guy that sells like all parts and massive box of shells. I was like, there's an escort. And I thought, hang on, I think I've got an escort at home.
It's just done
Yeah,
it.
Mark 2.
What is it? A corn snake. I think it's a corn snake. But yeah, she buys frozen mice from a pet shop. Specifically, she gets them out at freezer, defrosts them, and then
Just don't have mice and chips.
mice and chips.
Mice and chips.
Decent size rat. Yeah, all right, on the skewer.
No, thank you. Yeah, it's a corn snake.
Let's see if this works.
All that rubbish there, that's the bin chute as well.
Bollocks. That didn't work.
I just heard partner say the B word. I just heard partner say the B word.
No, not that B word.
Yes, rhymes with Rolex.
Told you, Dennis. That park here you're going to watch with.
I said, don't listen to Chris, because it's all
going
true.
to send Johnny some snake pea. Scare them rats off.
Yeah.
Lovely.
And I just said bollocks. Again.
But anyway.
I'm not swapping it for a sticker printer.
Right, third time's a charm.
Give us a burp.
Sound test.
Oh, sounds promising.
Yeah. Hit that burp.
There we go.
Where can fight him?
1, 2, testicles.
No, there's a dodgy dude.
Okie dokie then, Terry. I mean, same as I say, you don't have to explain,
Yeah, no problem.
Minus
Yeah, as I always say, Terry, we've got as live side of YouTube,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Exactly.
We've all got sort of things that,
Yeah, so I've got.
Could I interest you in a dodgy-legged, blood clot leg blog bite, fella?
Me, I need to look for chairs.
Yeah. Yeah, hands and arms work perfectly, but anything below the waist.
Frame's a bit dodgy at all.
Well, you said it.
Yeah, so tomorrow I've got the Legion meeting.
He's just looking for a bit of sympathy.
Chris is
Funny
now
enough, Friday
basically
I've
a capital L.
Friday I'm going to be out until gone midnight. doing me community stuff, running games. Nah, I love doing it really. So. Not community service, no, not quite.
I'll show you what you're missing.
200 hours, Scotty, that'd be good.
Oh, Scott, you still doing that reach around radio?
Hey, oh.
Yeah, I still do.
Tim,
reach. I haven't
Tim's
been on
watching
one.
his
That's all.
matchmakers.
What on earth?
I like
Hang on,
orange
back at the moment.
matchmakers, Tim. Hint, hint. So, yeah. Oh, that's the thing what I meant to ask you. You know, down at our Asda, can you remember when I bought that orange flavoured chocolate spread?
Yeah.
Do you think they'll have it down at our Asda?
Probably not.
I'm thinking out loud, you see. So I forgot what it where I used it for, but I bought some. It's Asda's own make, but it's chocolate spread, but it's orange flavoured chocolate spread.
Yeah, I'll be dying again, Crypto. I'll be falling out.
Hi, knows, bro. How are you?
I have you knows.
Yo,
Honestly,
yo,
Crypto, I'm desperate to have mine done, but I just can't be arsed. So,
I'll lend you me.
hey, I've just thought, well, we've all got photographic evidence of what that dog did to Chris's leg, haven't we?
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, it's...
Tracy's in. Hello.
Hi, Tracy.
Oh, you know.
You should strap a GoPro either to yourself or dog.
Hi, Tracy.
Just
Record
I'm just going to
every
put
dog
this in on
walking
solo
forward.
layout again, and for them that didn't, I'm sorry to keep flashing you Chris's injuries, but yeah, that's what happened.
I won't eat my cheese yet.
Yeah, don't bother eating just yet, Scotty. That is what the sustained on Saturday. Dog bit him as well, and it's on the same leg as he's got that bloody blood clot and all.
Bloody dog for it?
Hey,
Whose bloody dog for it?
it's somebody that lives over at Backs from us, Johnny. I'll tell you something in a minute.
It's absolutely right, Karen. Trying to blame it on.
Yeah, that's
blame.
That's after I'd cleaned it up. It had
Shouldn't
already
you? No.
bruised. Can you see how bad the bruising is around it?
Yeah.
So yeah. So yeah, this is a dog that lives just over here.
You could
And I took this photograph yesterday, which is like day after, and it's not as bad.
No, it's gone down a hell of a
Yeah,
lot.
Oh, yeah.
Took a right chunk out of his leg.
It's a bloody good job you bandaged it up when you did that.
But I was telling everybody earlier on, I'd for some reason, hang on a minute, let me just put you all back on.
You should have run police, Chris.
Yeah.
Reason why I've got some sterile water, and it comes when you squirt it out, it comes out like a nozzle. So basically, I flushed the wound out with it, if you know what I mean. Right? So
Yeah,
I flushed, that's the first thing I did. I flushed the wound out in case it had got any mud or crap or anything.
A lot of germs in the mouth.
Anyway, that was the first thing I did. And I got some Steri-Strips left over from when Callum cut his finger. So first thing, dried it all down. Put some Steri-Strips on.
Yeah.
And then I put like a plaster on top of that. And then I bandaged it up.
That's my first aid kit. Sellotape or electrical.
But this is the thing. This is the thing. She lives over here. She knows where we live because I had a Macmillan coffee morning and she actually came to us. So it's not as if she don't know where we live. And I tell me. Then she tried blaming Biscuit, saying it was him that had bit him. But Biscuit were behind Chris. So Chris said to her, he says, well, if it were our Biscuit, he said, the bite would have been on back of my leg, not on front. And a complete stranger off the estate he was washing his car. Chris walked past him with Biscuit and he says, "You're Chris, aren't you?" He says, "Yeah." So he says, "How's your leg today?" And this is a complete stranger off at estate. Seen it in this our local group. Had asked him how his leg were, and she can't even come round and say, "Are you all right?" Blah blah blah. Yeah, but, and Chris also went on to tell this bloke that he were on blood thinners as well, so that's made it even worse. So,
flipping it.
But yeah,
Definitely
even let's say, for instance, if you report it tomorrow, it's still not too late.
No.
Yeah, it either was reported to council or reported to police.
Clearly, a crime's taken place.
Yeah, it's not that partners, you know, but if it
might have been a child.
Exactly, and that's why I posted it in our local group.
Ladies and gentlemen, the show is about to begin.
Sorry, that
You already asked him.
Basically, same as Chris said, the area where he walks, there's a lot of, like, women walk with the kids and the dogs, and men walk with the kids and dogs. You know what I mean? It could be a kid next time.
Yeah.
You know, if the woman can't control a dog,
definitely.
I was tempted with chocolate and grapes.
I prefer a bit more hands-on. I prefer pull ball in the sock.
But you see, this is the thing. Biscuit was on his lead. This dog weren't, and it come pounding towards them both. And she was shouting, and it totally ignored her.
Yeah, I'll do a job as well.
Yeah, I was thinking of that scene off Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah.
Where they all
He were behind him. Chris had sort of pulled him to his side, and they were behind him. In other words, like, Chris were protecting Biscuit because it were pounding towards him, it were barking, yap, 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 yap. You know what I mean? And he didn't want it to maul Biscuit, if that makes any sense. But what do you do if, let's say, for instance, Joanne on end pecks Tilly. She's a 3-legged Yorkshire Terrier. What if she goes down there and it decides to get over it? They should have Tilly for breakfast.
Yeah.
What other dog? What breed? What other dog?
Yeah.
This is the thing, partners. We don't actually know. It's black, but it's got curly hair. So we're thinking something on the lines of a Labradoodle.
Yep.
It weren't as big as Biscuit, but it weren't a little small thing.
Oh, probably Labrador sized or Border Collie sized.
So yeah, it weren't as big as Biscuit, but it's got. What's his name?
He glitched there for a second.
Yeah, he glitched there.
Hi, Joanne.
And everyone.
Hello.
Hi, Jamal.
Hello.
I'm currently snuggly.
Bless him. There's another doggy on here, Biscuit. Biscuit. Another doggy here, look. But you see, this is that how much Biscuit bothered. I've said, "Oh, there's a doggy," you know. That's soon quite soft. It's soft as milk. Looks exactly like how
It's called Snoop Dogg.
I love your dog, Tim. Very
Very
nice one.
Thank you, Joel.
What's his name?
Snoop.
It's
Snoop.
Caesar.
I'm
Caesar.
about a different dog, you're right.
Caesar.
Caesar.
Yeah.
As in the Roman Emperor.
Is it Julius?
Caesar.
Julius Caesar.
No, it's not Julius
Is that a whippet
Caesar.
tip? Is that a whippet tip?
No, it's a Staffy Cross.
Oh, it's lanky, isn't it?
But this is what makes me laugh. Stuffies get a bad rep, and half on them is soft as shit.
I've known a few, and they've all been.
I would say. So, I would say so easy how you treat them when they're younger.
But this is the thing. I mean,
it's all down to
I'd say 95% of the time, it's not the dog's fault; it's the owners.
There's mine.
Obviously, if you
Yeah, border collie cross, Kelby.
Oh, bless him.
Yeah.
She was pure border collie.
Oh.
Soft as a bloody brush, he is, tell you.
It's all right, Tim. A long time ago, we bought like it's like a harness for Biscuit, but it's got a mount that you can put a GoPro on it. So yeah, that might be an idea for future reference. Let's just say.
No crypto.
Yes,
Yeah, it's just Biscuit. I mean, you can't really shorten it, can you?
That dog about the size of my buddy's about the size of that.
Pain in the crypto, because that's what he is.
He's a good dog. I've met him a good
Yeah,
dog.
ours is just some.
So tomorrow is Kit Kat. That will be Kit Kat and
Kit Kat.
I don't think it come across to Tracy how I wanted it to come across. Now, here at UK, well, down at our Asda, they've got a 4-pack of 4-fingered Kit Kats. Now, each Kit Kat is 41 grams. So, and it says on the recipe 180 grams. So I says to Chris, when it, doing the calculations, I says 2 packets should do me. And I was trying to put that across, and I didn't know how to put it, and I must have wrote it about 2 or 3 times. You know what I mean?
You want 8 fingers to my wife.
But yeah, I thought, and then actually on the side there was a YouTube video of the woman making it. What?
I think John.
So I says to Tracy, I says, just go watch this.
Hello,
I says,
John Clem. I'll give you Chippy, John Clem.
Hi, John.
Totally different.
Hello, John.
But yeah, when I was trying to explain to Tracy, you don't, if you're buying the 2-fingered ones, you need more. But if you're buying the 4-fingered ones, you only need 2 packets. Oh God, I'm not doing a very good job here. Oh dear.
I don't know if anyone's heard John's voice, but he could be the next voice of Darth Vader.
What, John?
Yeah, he's got the perfect voice for voiceovers. Yeah.
Rusty voice, yeah. If you know what I mean.
I think it's somewhere down the south. There's got a southern lilt to his voice.
Right, this is sort of more aimed at Tracy. I did ask Chris, because can you remember, I don't know what we made, but I use like some orange chocolate spread. And I says, have a look, see if they've got, I reckon that tastes nice with Kit Kats and everything. So he's going to have a look, and if not, I'll just use what I've got. He got Sneezer's biscuit.
Bless you, Biscuit.
It's iron squeaky. Yeah.
Hi, Brizzy
Hey,
boy.
I'll tell you from it.
Hello, Brizzy boy.
Hi, Brissy. How are you? Chris bought some, and it's first time he's ever bought any, and they're made by Pedigree. And they're called Marcus, and what they are, they're like little round things with like, not proper meat in middle. I've never seen biscuits so enthusiastic, Tetum. because there's like buy another 2 boxes. He's like enthusiastic. Yeah. I mean, we've bought him all sorts over since we've had him, you know. But he keeps going back for more and more. He's doing a Callum.
It's like those Dreamies. Have you seen advert for Dreamies? Cat treats.
Oh yeah, we're a shake it. Cat comes.
Yeah, cat's jumping up and he's on the top floor flat.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, look at this.
But yeah, I've never seen him so enthusiastic about any sort of snack or whatever we've bought him.
Like catnip, isn't it?
He absolutely loves them. And all they are is like a biscuit, but it's like got like a meaty centre. And they're a bit like sort of that long. He absolutely loves them. It's like you know when you open a box of chocolates and you can't just eat one. That's how biscuit is. You know, we can't just eat one. I mean, he's filling his face now. Orange cookie with Kit Kats. Oh yeah, I mean it's chocolate spread, but it's got an orange spacey. You know what I mean? I don't know what we made, and we made something with this chocolate orange spread. I don't know. I can't remember. So I thought it'd be, you know, yeah, Gannet number 3. Yeah, we're talking about your biscuit. Gannet number 3. Honestly, is it just dish? I'll turn camera around.
You know why, don't you?
Wolfing it down. Oh, okay, I'm loving it.
Talking about it, go down there. Sat down at
taking them out of the bowl, dropping them on the floor, and the best thing about it, if Chris is in kitchen, he'll take one out of the dish and he'll go in kitchen, like he's taking it. And saying, "Oh look, Dad, what I've got a biscuit," and then he eats it in front on him. Danny says, "Me and you, chocolate orange spread." I've got a wonky donkey camera now. I've twisted it round. That's a bit better. But yeah, I don't know. I can't even remember whether we got it from our Asda. It might have been from Big Asda. I don't know.
Okay, worry about it. It says me, you, chocolate orange spread.
Hey, I've been worried about you for a long time.
Ooh, I'm in, Dennis.
At present, these shows seem to be pretty solid, but
so much information.
Cut them's a different story. We'll see.
But I mean, Tracy don't have to do that. It's just the way my mind works. I just thought, you know, because you feel it when you tell a spread, it's just my sort of little take on it. I think it tastes nice with it being sort of like a cookie dough.
It does
the Nutella that you use is like an orange flavour. But so, but anyway, same as I say, you know. And this is the thing. I mean, you any recipe you can adapt to your own, you know, whatever you like. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
I mean, even like they do.
So I'm just laughing at something.
For a chocolate. You're making her hungry where you're flashing your matchmakers, Tim.
Hello, you nose bro.
Yeah.
I mean, down at Asda, they do in there because they do. I never buy Nutella. I always buy their own mate. They do one that's half and half, like half white chocolate, half milk chocolate. I mean, and they do a cookies and cream one.
Wait, what?
Talk about it, and I'm gonna eat it. Oh dear me!
So
Yeah.
I've got to Google this. Hang on. No.
You've got to
Oh,
what?
mate. It's just other guys came up. Mini eggs may contain of gluten. No.
And Cadbury's cream eggs is that already, as well as Easter eggs.
Next week it'll be Christmas decorations.
They've been out since
Christmas.
they've been out since Boxing Day, I think.
Yeah.
The week after it'll be next year's Easter eggs.
Here we go.
But
Yeah.
I think we're good. Where are they finding
yeah.
this information? Ugh.
Did anybody else have snow?
Yeah.
I know Tim's had some.
Yeah, I had.
No, it's just very cold here.
Yeah, we had some in Scotland.
Did Johnny have snow? That's more
I'm
important.
double checking
Yeah.
now, Crypto. I'm
He
double
had a
checking.
few
Hang on.
flakes. He had a few
we were
flakes.
feeling left out last time.
Yeah. Chris did a video. That video did snowing, and they went, "Guess what? We've got snow again. First snow at year." So I sent it to Johnny. Well, I sent him a picture. I says it's snowing here. He says you're rubbing it in now. But he did say that they had some. You see, it sort of come quite thick and dense. But because what ground's wet, it set up.
Oh, I got that wrong, didn't I? Come on. Oh, yeah.
0-turn deck. Nice, John. Nice.
But yeah, he sent me some pictures, Chris did. And where we went today, it had settled a little bit there.
Yeah, that's all done here.
I bet.
Yeah, Inverness had snow today, and they've had it all day. Where
That is a picture that he took from where he's been today. And
Bloody
yeah, that's such a Johnny's
I don't know
gone.
where they've got this information from because I cannot find anything about it being a may contain. I think they're talking out their backsides.
Yep.
They might be talking out their backsides.
But yeah, I mean,
Usually the case.
I've just checked on the Cadbury's website. I can't see now. Where are people getting this bleeding information? Oh, I don't know.
so what information's this, Scotty? What is it again?
It's one of the Facebook groups posted up saying that they've heard that the mini eggs this year may contain of gluten as well as cream eggs. And I'm like, what?
It's gonna be a massive 3 degrees. Okay then, Johnny. Yeah, tomorrow's gonna be a massive 3 degrees.
Okay then, Johnny.
Having looked it up, I can't find no information regarding that. I've just
And on my phone, it's -1 at the moment.
Again.
So yeah, we're in for another. You see, there's no wonder there's so many bugs going about because we had that snow and a really cold weather. Then it warmed up a little bit, and now it's dropped back down to back down to zeros and whatever. So yeah, you know what I mean. There's no wonder that there's so many coughs, colds, and flu symptoms knocking about because we never know where we are with weather.
Oh, this looks too nice. Those sausage rolls. This is a problem with his group. I was scrolling through and then like putting up gluten-free sausage rolls and stuff like that.
Gordo and Park Nest, a blonde joke. Why are blonde stories short?
Go on.
so men can
Don't
remember
know.
them. Another one. I'm blonde. What's your excuse? Very short. And I've got another one, but I can't remember it. I have to go and check. If you let me do it quickly. It's I'm almost blonde.
Oh, I thought squeaky, and then I thought to move me thing, and
What
that
are y'all
one.
doing?
It's only John.
I don't know why we think he's going to be the next voice of Darth Vader when James Earl Jones finally pops his clogs.
Vice versa.
John
Isn't that
Clem.
James Earl Jones?
Yes.
Yeah, Squeaky, aka John.
All tonight.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Good deal.
Very good.
apart from plummeting temperatures.
And the other one is, how do you confuse a blonde? Put her in a circle and tell her
Tell her
to
to
sit
stand in the corner.
in the corner. That's right. Oh, you already knew.
Yes.
And I've got another one, but it's a little bit dirty, so I'm not telling it.
Well, moderate your language. Find an alternative word. If you can. I could tell it in French.
Yeah, but the only problem is, partners, if Joel tells it in French, nobody's going to understand it, are they?
Thing is that I'm very bad at telling jokes, so I'm not quite sure that.
Me neither. I can never remember them. So if you're wondering, John, Joel is all the way in Paris, France.
Really?
Paris.
Yes.
Well, that's
Okay,
cool.
Paris.
And just quickly, where are you? Where are you, Squeaky?
Do what now? My headphones are messing up. Do what?
It says, "Where are you, John?"
She's wanting to know where you're from, John.
Okay, I got it now. Thank you.
That's where are you from?
Chipmunk.
Me too.
I am from USA, South Mississippi.
Wow.
I live
So
about
what a jet
70
lag.
miles down the Gulf Coast.
So just goes to prove that we've got people from all around, across the pond.
Yeah, worldwide.
Yeah.
World citizens. We are world citizens.
Aye. Yeah. And poor Tim's in a snowy Scotland.
Who's in Scotland?
Tim.
Okay.
Me.
I know who Tim is. Shut up, boy.
Yep.
Just kidding. My bad.
As we say in Yorkshire, up north.
Yeah.
Yeah, that too.
Or down south.
Tim's my buddy, though. I got to be nice to him.
Scottish from down south.
Yeah.
Southwest.
Brisbane
Namely
was in
Somerset.
Australia.
Known for the cider or the scrumpy.
But yeah.
Someone mentioned Scrumpy.
Partner says, yeah, home with Scrumpy
Just think,
cider.
Scott, you live in Somerset, which is the home of Scrumpy.
Yeah.
Among other
Proper
things.
stuff. None of it's watered down. Malar.
Yeah, not your socks off cider.
Yeah, the proper.
Oh, yeah. Proper farmhouse
Well,
scrumpy stuff.
In certain areas, yeah, I'm not sort of compartment. You know how they drink them like moonshine out one of these things and put it over the shoulder?
Yeah.
Well, that's how you drink scrumpy
I missed
cider.
out on the wash sailing. I had the wash
Some
sailing.
ciders are so strong they can only sell it by the half pint.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean,
Yeah, he went down to Somerset.
In certain areas of America, they drink moonshine that way. Well, that's the way you drink scrumpy cider.
Yeah.
So this is the thing, partners, and this might be something that you could look up. Why is it actually classed as scrumpy cider? Because in my day, when you went scrumping, you know, had to
Went scrumping for
covertly
apples.
jump over
I
fences
think
and
that's
into
where the
somebody's
name comes
orchard
from.
Could be. It could well be. Yeah.
and scrump
I believe
apples.
that's where. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that's where
scrumping
the
for apples.
name comes from.
Yeah.
Oh, where'd that
I
go?
found a Wikipedia article.
And if you got caught and they went to your mum and dad, you'd get dragged by ear and they'd throw one of apples at you. Next time, don't get caught. But yeah, you know what I mean. When I were a kid, yeah, that were a thing, scrumping apples at it.
Yeah, they could.
If you live near an orchard.
Well, I reckon it does derive from the words scrum,
Yeah.
Yeah,
which meant something withered or dried up, and not necessarily apples. And another.
But yeah, I mean that's what we called it. We called it
scrumping when you're stealing,
scrumping for apples. You know what I mean? I don't know why it's called scrump. You know, I don't know.
Or small, or even small. The word scrump could apply to anything small or undersized.
Crypto saying, "Love you, Joel, as long as you don't eat frogs."
There you go.
I've got a frog, but a fake one. But I don't eat frogs.
Yeah, they had the what's that?
Not even snakes.
I missed out on that.
It was previously known as rough.
Ooh.
Scrumpy.
It's tasteless. Frogs are. It's as if you were eating nothing.
But yeah, this is my nature. I eat like scrumpy cider. You know, where does that name originate from? And you know, obviously we used to go scrumping for apples. You know what I mean? Well,
Yeah,
you know,
that's the possible origin of the name.
But yeah, that's one of the what do you call them?
It's basically there we go. It stems from what those Flanagans.
Yeah, them is.
Yeah.
Oh,
So it stems from the term scrimp, which means withered apples. So it's basically a rotten down cider apples.
Yeah. You know, no good scrumping withered ones. You want Westons.
No, I tell you what, some of those withered apples, they knock your socks off. Whoa. Yeah. So, mind you, some of the. I actually have a quite funny story. I went to this nature reserve that's local in my town, and they've got eating apples, cooking apples, and cider apples. And I was with my friend and his then partner. I went, "Oh, try one of those apples." Thinking, "Oh, she didn't notice that it's a cider apple." No, she didn't. And she's like, "Oh, that tastes horrible." That's because there's a cider apple, you idiot.
Where did we go when they got like an orchard for grapes, what they were making like wine and whatever with, and they got an orchard full of like proper apples that they made cider with. Where were it?
Isle of Wight.
Yeah. I think it were Isle of Wight because we did a tour at the place where they made it, didn't we?
Yeah.
But that was Isle of Wight, I think. And we sort of went on. We went on the tour. You know, we're actually from coming in as apples to what they do with them, and you know, big vats what they sort of ferment it in, and yeah. It was quite interesting, actually. You know, and then sort of right at the very end of the tour, they were like they were a shop. I mean, they just didn't sell cider. They sort of, you know, did fridge magnets and sort of thing. You know what I mean? They were quite sort of. Oh dear, John. Well, Joel made a joke the other day about snails. About the only reason why they eat snails is because they're too slow, you know, to get away, sort of thing.
Because we don't like fast food.
Yes.
Oh yeah, they don't like fast food.
Something like this, but stupid. I mean.
Yeah.
There you go.
So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I collect fridge magnets, so everywhere that we visit, we get a fridge magnet. So, but if anybody don't know, Isle of Wight is part of the UK, but you have to get on a ferry to go and visit it. It's across some water, and everything that. Like there's a big Asda and whatever, but everything has to go across on a ferry, you know. And the time that there were Asda lorries, they were, you know, supplying, you know, the supermarkets on Isle of Wight, and that's the only way that they can get the provisions is, you know, going across.
My fridge magnet that I had bought in England.
Nice.
Oh wow,
Nice.
nice.
It's on my fridge.
Yeah.
With and this one is from Ireland.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's convenient because
Yes. The
Oh,
main
well,
drink
bottle
in
openers
Ireland is Guinness.
Yeah. Oh, quite a few bottle openers just lingering about.
Yep.
But yeah, I just buy the square ones that you stick on your fridge. I've even got one that a friend bought me back from Salou in Spain. So yeah, I've got quite a varied selection. You know what I mean?
Do you have a collection? How many have you got? How many? A lot. Oh.
Not a lot. I'd say, but at least 10, something like that. You know, not a lot. But yeah, I saw Tony started a few years ago. So every holiday that we go on, I always bring a fridge magnet back. So, but you know, Scarborough, Isle of Wight. Couldn't get a Filey one when we went to Filey last year, but I got a Scarborough one. Bournemouth. I can't remember others. I've got about 10 all together. I've got one of Callum and Chris when we went to Butlins at Minehead, so that was sort of like a Minehead one.
Oh, Minehead.
Hey, Minehead.
The science fiction author Arthur C. Clarke.
Yeah.
I've got Ice Cream Way, Tim.
Also, Southwest.
We've been to Newcastle as well, but I haven't started collecting them then. That's sort of, we've been to Newquay, we've been to
get back in reality.
Devon, Somerset, you know, we've been to all them.
Yeah. Science fiction film.
Yeah, I used to work at Butlins, Minehead.
Pombedo's house.
Callum is a big WWE fan, and we'd always
they do it every year.
They go in November. We'd always promised him that we'd take him, and it was the year my mum passed away. She left us a little bit of money, so I says, right, that's it. We're booking to go to Butlins.
Yeah,
and you know,
I was working on the door of that one. Yeah, I couldn't see the arena. That sucked.
Did you know that over 50% of state revenue came from Guinness in the early days? There you go. That's a fact. But yeah, I mean, this is the thing, Scotty. I mean, I only drink water, and I've got a bottle just with water in it.
Yeah, they won't allow it in.
I had to take the lid off it and then put it in the bin.
Yeah.
You know, they won't allow you in with any plastic bottles with tops on, etc. You've either got to drink it on the spot.
They were meant to have switched the vending machines off. The day which I was on the door, they didn't. The vending machine was still on, which defeats the object because you can get the bottles.
Yeah, but then they come round with, I call them tray vendors, if you know what I mean, selling all sorts of. Yeah. What, Richard? But
what's a bottle gonna do?
Richard,
if you were to buy off the vendors, they'd take the top off before they gave it to you.
Yeah.
Richard,
I mean, surely the
Hi,
actual,
Richard.
if you're gonna throw a bottle, surely the bottle itself would do more into
Yeah, that's what I
lid.
mean. That's exactly my sentiments to Chris. I says a plastic bottle is going to do more damage than a plastic bottle top.
You know, the bottles are still, people are just gonna just dump the bottles, so there's still tidying up to be done.
But anyway, same as I say, them's were the rules, and you know, I had to walk about with a bottle of opened water without a top on it.
Which is never enjoyable because you never know if there's going to be anything that will drop into the bottle.
Well, this is it. I mean, you're under a skyline and there's pigeons flying about and all sorts.
Occasionally,
of, you know, you don't know whether you're going to get pigeon crap in your bottle or what you're going to get.
Or if someone's going, yeah, exactly, spike your drink, even water. Spike it.
Hey, and I'll tell you a story about that. A guy I know, who was a police officer, and he said they shut this club. They just ordered everyone out. They tested all drinks, and half of them had been spiked.
Wow. But this is the thing. I mean, I don't know sort of how far it's gone, but they invented like a top that you can throw at top of your glass.
Yeah.
Like a plastic top.
Yeah, you can still get the
like a sippy cup.
It's kind of like a rubber bum, and it just goes straight in the top bottle.
But this is the thing as well. They've gone from spiking your drinks now to injecting you, and you don't know about it. Yeah. You know, you could be stood next to somebody in a pub, club, or bar, and they've just got to, and you know, the next minute you're being sick and you're all over it, shan't you? Don't know what's been injected in your leg or your arm or whatever. So they've sort of progressed from sparking your drink to actually injecting you. I mean, I don't know whether that's sort of, is it just the UK or is it?
No. Here it's exactly the same. Young people, ladies, and every day there's a news item about this. Well, not every day, but on a daily basis, almost.
But yeah, they've sort of progressed from actually sparking your drink because let's say. They not sort of. Somebody might have left the drink, so if they spark a drink, they're not going to hit the target, are they? But we sort of injecting you, they know that they've hit the target. I mean, it's really scary out there. You don't know what they're injecting into you.
And here they
advantage I have when I go to
what it was.
A pub or anything. I'm the only one that doesn't smoke, so I'm always at the table. I get bored because they're always boggering off outside. I'm there like la 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 la. Like hurry up. But I'm the drink watcher basically.
What were you saying, Joel?
No, I was saying I agree with you here. It's they haven't discovered because during summer. Many people had been injected with a needle, or so scared of having caught AIDS. And finally, they got tested, and they didn't even know what they got. Apparently, it was placebo.
Well, Chris has just said LSD has no colour or smell and not much taste. In liquid form, so easy to put in drinks. But you know what I mean? They've sort of progressed on to, instead of sparking drinks, because they know that they can hit the target, they just stand next to somebody. If they see somebody that's vulnerable, let's say a young lady that's intoxicated, if they stand next to that lady that's intoxicated and they just inject her, I mean, she's probably too inebriated.
The next day without knowing what she did.
Exactly.
Exactly. That's what ends up happening. Not that I go out that
Tim's
much
got a
anyway.
great Yarmouth one.
Yeah, I hate to
It's
run
more
off. but
so-
I got some stuff to do here before it gets
I'll
dark.
play to me internet know very
Okay then,
well.
John, thanks for popping up.
Well,
Right, see you
y'all
later, John.
have a good evening, and I'll catch you next
It's only
time.
whenever we
Okay,
go for
okay then.
drinks
See you
after.
later,
John.
John. Bye.
Bye bye. Night night.
Hi, John.
See you later,
So
John.
It's only when we
you're
go for
guiding
drinks
us.
after meetings.
It's what's this great Yarmouth? Yarmouth.
It's a seaside
It's a
resort.
seaside place.
It's
We used to
seaside
live there,
resort,
actually.
Falmouth.
Tim used to live there as well.
I used
So
to
you're
live there as
guiding
well.
us.
Twice I lived there.
Tim, did you
I
ever
love
go to
discovering
Roma?
new places, such as Scarborough.
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
Scarborough, yeah.
Scarborough, yeah, that's a
wow.
finally. Bridlington.
That
Yeah,
basically,
used to live on-
Filey, Bridlington, Scarborough are all on the
Yeah.
east coast of Yorkshire. It's still
Whitby.
part of
Whitby,
Yorkshire.
another one.
Bridlington's been really done up, hasn't it, recently? I couldn't believe it when I went.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've
I've
now
not
got
been
now
to Bridlington in
Lidl
years.
and a B&M.
It's all very fancy on that front now at Bridlington. I can't believe it.
Yesterday
Yeah,
I
I've
saw
seen it-
your
I've seen it on-
YouTube channel, Richard, with trains. Really exciting to see that and
Lots of trains.
to discover a world that is catchy in
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
ways.
Similar to what I end up doing crypto, really. We only go for a couple of drinks after the meeting, but that's because the private people organizer has a habit
Like I
of,
saw
as soon as they start
Fortnite,
drinking, don't want to
with,
stop.
the Lee
Right, happening
live.
tomorrow.
I'm a big watcher now. I've become a big watcher. No, it's really interesting. And for Tim, cutting grass, wow, technique as well. Art. It's artistic when you.
I think, Joel, we've got
You
quite a
can't-
varied thing. You know,
Yeah.
my thing's baking, Richard's is train watching,
Yes.
Tim's is, you know, all things
And
mechanical.
you go well, it's interesting to you. You go where it's you can learn or you can just have good vibes. It's good.
Yeah,
vibe.
and then you've got partners that does the mechanicals, and Scotty does a bit of everything.
Yes,
Pretty much, yeah.
I noticed to your lives. I watched quickly because we don't have much time. It's always like this. We don't have enough time in a lifetime to watch all.
Yeah, some of the lives are a
You
bit
should have a go doing a live, Joel.
No.
We need somebody to fill Saturday night, and I always think Saturday night's got a gap in it for a live stream.
Let's have
You
a
know.
word with Chris.
There's nobody seems to do a live stream on a Saturday night. I don't know why.
There is one I know just live on the Saturday night.
Raffle.
Raphael.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steve did had a live. Steve's place.
Yeah, he
Well, I
would.
think
He would.
somebody out of this group should do one on a Saturday night. You know,
Not guilty.
that's my
Look at
theory.
me.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
The thing is that I don't know what I would say if I had a YouTube channel.
Maybe I should go live from RC racing every other Saturday. How about
You have
that?
to attract.
Don't have a single bit though.
But the thing is, I mean, at one stage, Chris did a lot of live streams, but now it's only very rarely, sort of when he's out and about, that, you know, he does odd live stream. I think I ought to have a word in his shell, like, say, well, you know, being as I've sort of been doing my Nurse Gladys impression.
Yeah. Should
Hi,
tell him to
Jennifer.
do it.
How are you?
Hello.
It's all right. We're trying to persuade. Richard says there's a gap in things on a Saturday night live stream. Nobody goes live on a
Hi,
Saturday.
Jamie.
I says I'm going to try. I'll try and. Hi, Jamie.
Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Romania.
So yeah.
Hi, Jennifer's nice.
Yeah. At one point he used to go live a lot, but that was before I sort of, you know, I were on scene.
Hello,
sort of thing.
WrestleMania.
But yeah, we'll have to get him to do a few lives. Jamie's in. Jamie's in.
Oh.
Oh.
No, let's go.
Oh, God.
Hello. Hello.
That dog bite hasn't affected his mouth. But yeah,
Yeah, I
Mick
did
doesn't
mention
do-
Conker,
yeah.
but sometimes
But no.
Mick will step in. He used to do every Saturday with Mick, but don't think he does it so much these days.
Yeah, Mick only does a spontaneous live.
Yeah.
If like Conker's cruising.
it's
Yeah,
people
he
like
only
Chris,
falls
I
into
mean,
Conker when he's on one of his many cruises.
Chris sort of only tends to do a live stream. Let's say, for instance, if he goes out droning and it's absolutely wanging it down with rain, he sort of does a live in car, and when we're on holiday, so it's very drinking like. I hope you missed a good one on New Year's Eve, Dennis. I went live, but fantastic night.
Oh, New Year's Eve, it was really.
I did fall off my chair, so I did all right.
I don't think anybody managed to fall off the chair.
That was what I'm going for.
I wasn't drinking enough to fall off my chair. Yeah.
We're asking about rabies. Pardon me. What are you doing?
Let the dogs out.
I know what I were on. I were on Hazy's. I think I went live on Saturday night and
Hazy?
Hazy Days, yeah.
Okay.
And I was telling them all about, Chris having it and Ted, I think it were. He says, does he need a rabies shot? And I went, don't have rabies in this country.
Rabies shot.
Yeah, Ted.
Tetanus, but not rabies.
Why that question? Why?
You know what I mean? I thought
rabies.
It's been centuries since we've had the rabies out there sort of thing.
Blimey.
Yeah, it says that has he had a rabies shot. You know what I mean?
Hey, well.
He only lives over across backs here. You know what I mean? He's not likely to come in contact with rabies, is he?
No.
Well, I don't know about where you were dancing about last night. I thought you were doing river dance. Honestly,
Did you
Richard.
hear about the two Irishmen who were found dead at the bottom of the River Liffey with river dance tickets in their pockets?
Tap dance, you mean? Tap
River dance. I don't know whether Chris were auditioning for Riverdance or what. He did a good Michael Flatley last night. Oh dear me! And here's me, Richard. For 2 nights I ain't slept. We've been on blood thinners. Checking see if he's still breathing, and he's there going like this all night. Michael Flatley impression.
Like Biscuit when he's sleeping. Biscuit is doing the same.
So I thought, yeah, he's still alive. I ain't got to check his pulse or check his breathing or anything. I know he's still alive.
Oh, they're getting worse.
Oh dear. But yeah, I don't know what he was dreaming about, but he went off doing a jig.
Shoplifter found dead
Maybe
under
he was
Morris.
clubbing. He was going.
I don't know what he was doing, Joel, but yeah.
I dream a lot myself. I go to the cinema every night. But it's terrible.
I find I dream if I wake up and go back to sleep, and that's when I have a dream. I don't know why.
Never forget my dreams. Never.
No, I'm same.
There's the only dreams that I remember are the ones that are very, very vivid. If you know what I mean. Only when I have vivid dreams is when
I have the same dream that reoccurs.
What dream you have that reoccurs?
I have one. And it's totally bizarre. It is. So But do you remember years ago when we were kids, and there used to be like I think it was an Enid Blyton book, and it was called The Three Gollywogs, and it was an Enid Blyton book.
Yeah.
And they were called Wiggy, Waggy, and Wally, and they lived in the honeysuckle cottage. And I have a dream. This sounds ridiculous. That I'm in the street. The honeysuckle cottage is at the end of the street. and there's a giant dice, and it's rolling, and as it rolls, everything gets stuck to it, and I'm sort of stood in the street going, stop, you're going to run into cottage. That's it, that's my dream. And I had that dream.
A big massive dice.
It's a giant dice end of the street, and it rolls over, boom.
If there's any psychologists watching, just sort of give us.
And I've had that dream on more than many occasions, and it's weird, that, isn't it?
There's got to be some sort of psychology behind that, Richard. Why you
I
keep having that?
when I was like 5-year-old, the Enid Blyton book. I remember the book because there were that, and there were another one called Up the Faraway Tree, and they were both Enid Blyton books. But that dream, and I still have that dream to this day. Not lit, but
I mean, they reckon your dream is your subconscious mind.
Yeah.
So
it's something in your subconscious that's making you having that reoccurring dream.
Usually, a dream
Might
is
just be a.
just
You've got a thing about hatred for dice.
Stop the press. We've got a psychologist. Tracy's got a dream book.
Yeah, well, my mum, she's into all that, and she has a book, and we've tried to connect it, but
yeah, she says she's going to have a look. She's going to have a look in it.
There's another one I have, which I think a lot of people have, that falling one where you wake up when you.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I hate that.
Either that or tripping up edge of a curb, and then all of a sudden you go.
Yeah, your leg jolts, and then you nearly fall out of the damn bed.
And another one I used to have, a reoccurring one, I used to get out of bed and run into the headboard and disappear into the headboard of the bed and disappear. Now, since I've moved, since I now live alone, this bed has a different headboard on, so I never have that dream
double
now.
chocolate.
Yeah. It's a nightmare, you mean?
No, I get up and I just walk off into the headboard.
Hey, Richard, you want
let's eat them first.
But let me just that's the 3 gollywogs and the honeysuckle cottage. That were a kid's book, Enid Blyton. It was called Enid Blyton book, and that dream.
Johnny says he's got a diagnosis. He's a fruitcake.
You know, but it's weird.
Yeah, there's something like that's affecting your subconscious that you keep having a recurring dream. There's something that's sort of bothering you, your subconscious.
But it's always.
When I have dreams, and it's something affecting.
No, Richard keeps having these a reoccurring dream, and it's the same dream all the time. Not
And I always dream a lot about places where I've worked in my past, where I've worked somewhere else, the people that work there, you know what I mean? In the past, people I've known years ago where I've worked with or something. I always see they pop into my dreams. But if I get up and go, say if I get up about 3:30 in the morning, say a couple of hours before I have to actually get up to go to work, and I think, I'll just go back to bed for a couple of hours. That's when I'll have a dream. I know I'll have a dream, and I do. When you're in that sort of light sleep, when you're light sleeping.
Yeah.
And I can almost guarantee.
This is the thing. I mean, this is the difference. I wake up, and my bladder wakes me up to go to the toilet. And once I'm awake, I'm wide awake.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Me too. If I'm awake, I can't go back to sleep.
No, I'm opposite. I tend to wake up during night, and I might just get up and sit in chair for a bit, and then as soon as my eyes go, and then I'll go back to bed.
But yeah, I mean, the people, different scenarios. You know what I mean?
Weird.
I'm lucky if I go more than 3 hours between, going to bed, getting out for a wee, going back to bed. You know what I mean?
It's because you're let down. I have the same problem, because during the day I can go a long time without to pee, but yet when I go to bed at night, you're let down.
Yeah. But the thing is, there's certain occasions when I get up and I'm like you, when you feel like you're sleepwalking because you're that tired that you just get back in bed. I mean, I have my CPAP mask. But normally, when I go to bed at any given time, it takes me at least half an hour to go back to sleep. Now, Chris can get out for a pee, get back in bed, minute his headache's pillar, and he's, you know what I mean? And yeah, that's. I mean, you know, last week when we had that bad wind,
Yeah.
You know, that's what woke me up. That's what kept me awake with the wind.
I think it was Saturday night here, Friday or Saturday night. It was bloody windy. God forbid.
But yeah, that's we're being a light sleeper. I mean, I often say that I can hear a gnat fart outside, and it's true. You know what I mean? And the fact that it woke me up, you know, there were things banging and clattering, and you know, typical with wind and everything.
You could hear a moth fart in Doncaster.
Once I'm asleep, there's not much wakes me up. If I have an alarm clock that just does that, one of these little electric ones with a battery in it, and it just does a beep, 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 and that doesn't even stir me. You know what I mean? And I tell that damned Alexa thing to wake me up, and I think she has a lie in and never does it. That's a waste of time. Is that?
Hey, look, this is no word of a lie, Richard. It'd be no good Chris or Callum setting their alarms because they'd just sleep through it. Yeah. I'm their alarm clock.
Well, I set my phone because it's good and loud, and I put it so I have to get out of bed to deal with it.
Yeah, that's how I disciplined myself to get up when the alarm went off.
Yeah, because if you
put it where you've got to get out of bed.
Off every morning at 7.
Once you're out of that bed, there's no going back.
That's it. That's what you've got to do. Because if you put it outside of bed, you're just banging that.
I look back into bed because my feet get cold. But then my alarm goes off again 5 minutes later. So out again.
Once you're out of that bed, you're not going back in. If you're cold, you get dressed.
I have a.
I get back. Yeah, you know what I mean. It's if I don't set my alarm and my alarm on my side at bed, Chris and Callum would both sleep through it. I'm the alarm clock. I mean, yeah, I'm not always awake when the alarm goes off, but as soon as that goes off, that's it. I'm up. I'm at them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've been there.
Tracy dreams about me when she falls asleep.
I've had alarm go off in the middle of a dream. But once you're awake, you'll never get it back.
Of course.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a dream being that good? Oh, you want to go back? Oh, yes.
But it's like this, when you go to somewhere
and then
you're happy in or you've been happy, yeah, you know, you can understand that your subconscious taking you back to what you call a happy place, you know what I mean? So, yeah, the tale was, Tracy, we're at a desk watching my live streams and she fell asleep. She went, banged her head on desk.
Ow.
When she woke up, she was going, Jeanette.
I'm paddling the past.
And it were basically because we were watching my live stream before she fell asleep.
Yeah,
so she was shouting.
Maybe your voice is like a lullaby. Your voice.
You know what I mean? She
because I've noticed that with some people around me, when I speak, I've got a voice that can be hypnotizing. Apparently, no, true.
If I get in bed and put telly on, I fall asleep. I can have that thing that we were talking about the night, the rig. I've tried 3 times now to watch the first episode of that.
I don't know how many
sleep halfway. But to be honest with you, it doesn't look that good to me, from what I can see.
That rig, how many episodes you want?
You don't know it's very good.
Oh yeah, Chris was on episode 2.
I've watched about 40 minutes and I what bits I can remember, I just thought it looked a bit daft.
Tracy says Yara did it again and got a black eye. But Tracy's very much like Chris and Callum. I often refer that they could sleep on a line prop. You know
there
what I
are
mean?
people that can sleep everywhere and
yeah.
on the floor.
Anywhere and any situation they can fall asleep. Not me. I'm
Not me.
You know,
I'm in my bed.
I'm the one that's wide awake.
I'm fatal if I'm sat in car waiting for somebody, because I will just doze off. You know,
But this is the thing, you know, like when we're going on holiday and we're going on a very long drive, like let's say 4.5 hours, you get up early when you're going on holiday, and no matter how tired I am in car, I cannot nod off. I don't know why. I don't know. You know, I'm shattered, and more often than not, when we actually get there, I'm that
in a plane, in a train.
I'm
that tired out. I have to go and have a snooze.
I just.
When we last went to Tenerife, we set off on plane, and I slammed my seatbelt on. I just fell asleep, and then I just tapped me on the shoulder, and we were landing. I thought, that is how to do it.
Callum, when we went to
4 hour
Spain,
flight,
Richard,
10 minutes.
he slept all the way there and he slept all the way back. Callum did, and he were only a baby then, but
Brilliant.
yeah.
Because I hate flying, it just bores me. But that was brilliant that day, that Tenerife flight, because I hate it. 4 hours stuck on a bloody plane in a horrible seat, and I just fell asleep. And I
Did
said,
you fly with Ryanair by any chance?
And what?
Did you fly with Ryanair by any chance?
No, I can't remember. We're Monarch, they're no longer going. But I said to the wife, I said, if they come around with food, don't wake me up if I'm asleep. Leave me asleep. And I slept all the way through, and it just felt like I was on plane for 10 minutes.
Crypto says she talks in her sleep. Now I'm going to tell you a good one. I never ever talk in my sleep.
Oh God!
Now we got up all the morning, and Chris says I told him to cough. He must have been doing something wrong for me to tell him.
One day I saw someone.
I do have arguments in my sleep sometimes.
One day
Mum knows if someone's annoyed
sleep.
me because I start arguments with them.
So one day I saw someone who scared me. He was sleeping with eyes open. I think he was dead. Oh.
I don't know.
That would freak me out. That would freak me out.
I don't know how people do that.
How can you go to sleep with your eyes open?
Oh.
That's a
I think the roll. I think the eye rolls back.
I used to go to bed. I used to go to sleep with one eye open and one eye closed.
Oh. Ah.
But it was only half an hour.
Sleep with one eye open, though, don't they?
How come?
But we used to have a manager when I used to work at Crown Paints, and he had something wrong with his eyelids, and he couldn't shut his eyelids. He couldn't blink properly. They always wanted to be open, and he slept them open. So how the hell that works, I do not know.
It's got to be one of the creepiest things, seeing somebody sleeping with the eyes open.
But I can tell you a story about talking in your sleep. I got up once when I lived at home with my mum, in middle of the night, with no clothes on, and I walked into my mum's bedroom, stood next to her curtains and started blowing them, saying they were on fire. Then I walked back and got back in bed. My mum said, I could not believe it.
Callum is the only one out of us three that's ever slept. Right. And where our bedroom's here, and you've got a wall, and Callum's bedroom is on the other side. Now, when I tell you that I'm a light sleeper, I can hear his door open. Didn't turn lights on or anything, and I heard him going downstairs. Shabba says, Callum, what you doing? So next thing, I hears him coming back upstairs, goes back in his bedroom, gets back into bed, and he couldn't remember a thing next morning.
No, he won't do. No. They say you should just try and guide them back to bed, don't try and wake them up.
I reckon I might be going for fridges.
And when you speak, when you sleep, you have to be careful with what you say.
Yeah. But you see, I didn't even get out of bed. Yeah. I turned me, like, I've got a bedside lamp. I turned my lamp on because I heard him get out of bed, and I thought, well, normally, if he gets out of bed, he's going to the toilet. But not this. And I heard, our stairs, every step you take, it creaks. And I could hear him, and I thought, he's going downstairs. So I just shouted him. I says, what you doing? And I don't know whether it was subconscious, but he just turned around, come back up, went in his bed, even shut his door. and got back in bed.
Oh, I don't remember it.
No, did he turn
Don't
any
remember
lights
a
on
thing.
or not? Did he just walk around in the dark?
I don't remember going downstairs.
But yeah, you know what I mean? Ain't it weird that sort of different people have got different sleeping patterns? I could hear a pin drop. You know what I mean? And this is the thing as well. Sometimes, you see, Callum's, we've got like a thing over top of our bedroom door where we hang us like dressing gowns and everything. So our door is easier to open than what Callum's is. So even like Biscuit knows he just has to push his nose against door to open the door. As soon as he comes through that door, I know he's there. So, you know what I mean? It's slightest little thing and I'm awake.
Very strange.
And snoring. Oh, if someone snores by your side, it's
Terry Nine
a disaster.
slapped my husband in the face before.
He snores, okay.
Yeah.
Heavy sleepers.
But yeah.
When you have a heavy.
Yeah. I can't
Or maybe I
explain just snoring. Sometimes it's just a, you know, when it's breathing.
If it's like this, it's okay.
To like a full on.
But if it's like a train.
Yeah. You know what I mean? It can go from one extreme to other. I mean, the sort of snorting I can deal with. I just either elbow him or poke his arse and he shuts up. But yeah, it's sort of either or, you know what I mean? It's either well, it can't quiet snore, but it's, you know, like a nasal snore.
Is there a quiet love in that bed, Biscuit?
Oh dear.
Love it. Love.
It's one of those rocks.
Turn it off.
It's like the sound.
I won't get no sleep good. Oh, that is a fact. What we're farting and snoring. But yeah.
Stick a sock in his gob.
But yeah, I do have a CPAP machine, Amy. So yeah.
Hi, Amy.
What I've got what's called sleep apnea. I stop breathing in my sleep, so I have to have a.
Yeah, my dad was like that.
Oxygen mask.
Problem, but they could never find a mask that fit his face properly.
They do. I've just got a nasal one that just goes over.
Yeah, my dad tried every single one.
But
the thing is, because my dad had
husband-
muscle disease, he didn't have the.
He's got like a full, what we call a full face mask. It covers his whole face. Now I did try, because you see the machine that I've got comes with them things that poke up your nose. I couldn't get on with them. No way, no how.
Yeah, my dad tried every single one.
But yeah, it sort of comes with all sort of different.
It just
comes with, you know.
There's not a single one that would work for him.
Started
and I tried it and couldn't get on with it.
Yeah.
I'm quite happy with just the nasal mask. It just covers your nose.
Yeah. Because my dad had muscle wasting disease, didn't have the density on his face, so nothing sat on his face properly. And the machine would start what he referred to as farting on his face, which then resulted in mum and dad laughing their heads off.
Well, that's what Chris says. You know, like over time, the nasal mask, what I call loses its stiffness and it becomes more flexible. And Chris will get up next morning and says, "Your mask were farting in night." You know what I mean? Because
he sleeps like a log.
Yeah.
It's basically when you have a CPAP, it blows oxygen up your nose and down your throat.
Yeah.
So obviously, it's certain, you know, it acclimatizes to whatever oxygen you need.
Yeah.
And basically,
you have a problem at me.
You can set it to lower thing, like when you know, till you drop off to sleep, and then it goes up to a higher rating. Well, it blows air up your nose and down your throat. I do know what I'm talking about because I'm quite, yeah. And you get sleep apnea and it's like a flap in your throat. So when you breathe in and out, it's going like that. Anyway, so, you know, it's going like that. But with somebody with sleep apnea, your neck it tightens up. So it's stopping this thing in your neck from going up and down. So that's why you stop breathing, because sometimes it sticks. Hang on a minute. Thank you. I was just about to do that myself.
Yeah. You know, she was
from, if you're still watching, Amy, it's from my respiratory clinic. Yeah.
Plus oxygen and air is the same thing.
Yeah. Anyway, I do know all about it. I've got a respiratory clinic. I've had it all explained to me.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this it's restricted, constricted.
Yeah.
It's well. So
I'd switch a fan on and blow it at my face. I know it sounds daft, but I do. I sleep better with fresh air blowing at my face, and I have a fan inside of bed.
This is the thing, Richard. I've had that CPAP machine for about 11, 12 years now. So I should know what I'm talking about, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And basically, let's say, for instance, we have a power cut while we're in bed of a night. The minute that power goes off, I'm awake. Funny, I've got that used to it. Chris has got used to it. So it's just like, you know.
Battery backup.
No.
Or don't you mean? Can get UPS?
But yeah, I mean, I'm supposed. Well, I should have gone. Yeah, see, morning. You're supposed to have a new machine every 3 years, and basically, I should have had one last year.
Yeah.
But you know what, with COVID and whatever, and this is what I'm saying, I do know what I'm talking about because I go to a respiratory clinic at Northern General Hospital.
Yeah.
And what they do is they put a, you know, like an SD card that you put into, you know, whatever. You've got an SD card in it. Now they've got an app, and it's called Dream Mapper. And it basically, I couldn't get it to work, so it's no good for me.
Yeah.
But it's basically whatever, how many hours sleep you've got if you've stopped. No, I'm talking about one of these big ones, partners, big ones.
Just a normal SD.
That's the micro SD.
Yeah, something similar to what Scott is. But anyway. So basically, in previous times when I've gone from it, I go for a yearly checkup. They just take that SD card out, put it in a card reader, and all your stats are put on their computer. So anyway, this Dream Mapper is supposedly takes the statistics straight from the SD card to this app. But I couldn't get it to work.
Do you have to pay for that, or your covered?
No. But yeah, you know what I mean. It's like Bella was telling me everything, like, you know, we'd wake up coughing and go,
yeah.
You know, and that's basically.
My dad would just stop breathing. And Mum would go, "Breathe, you idiot!"
Oh.
But the thing is that is like a very heavy snoring.
Oh, my dad was.
I used to wake up and I couldn't get my breath.
Yeah.
And basically, Bella told me all these, and I says it's sleep apnea. I says get him checked out because. The lack of oxygen to your brain, it can cause you to have strokes, it can cause you to have heart attacks, all number of things. People don't think sleep apnea is serious, but it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's you imagine it's same as, like, let's say for instance you have an accident and you stop breathing. The aim of a paramedic is to start you breathing again. But that is the one most important thing. Your brain needs oxygen.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, for that, Amy, to say, yeah, I do know what I'm talking about. So it's one of these things where it's something that I'm passionate about, because not a lot of people know about sleep apnea.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
They put Dad on us.
It's common. It's a common issue.
But you'd be surprised at the amount of times.
Maybe I have, because sometimes I wake up suddenly in the middle of the night and then as if I was
you can't catch your breath. Yeah,
and you have to check your it's I know a lot of people who have that.
But I mean, it's as I said before, I mean, it is more common in people that are overweight, but it's not always the case. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people suffering from it that aren't overweight.
Yeah.
That's a good and Gordo.
Yeah, they put Dad on a.
You know, for somebody to come in and say, I don't know what I'm talking about, I know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You know, I know the ins and outs of sleep apnea, you know, backwards, inside and out, you know, even down to the causes of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's all down to a flap in your windpipe. And your windpipe constricts.
Would that be a specialist subject on Mastermind?
Yeah, and it stops that. I mean, I call it a flap, but I mean, there is probably a proper name for it. But it's just like a flap.
A proper name for it, yeah.
As you breathe. And that's, e.g., that's why you stop breathing. Because sometimes your neck's that constricted that this flap don't open and close properly. Hence the reason why I stop breathing.
Yeah.
But yeah, and that is another sign as well, Tommy. If you get up and wake up tireder than you were before you went to bed, then you know that, yeah, this is no word of a lie. I went for a sleep study, right, at the hospital. I was wired up like, who's that thing with all spikes in the red?
Well, Hellraiser.
Yeah.
Pinhead.
I was wired up worse than Hellraiser, me. I got all manner of things stuck on my head and, you know, all on my body and everything. And I went back for the diagnosis. Yeah, you definitely suffering from sleep apnea. I stopped breathing 32 times in an hour period.
Yikes.
That is once every 2 seconds. Is that what it's called? I don't know. Epiglottis. It's a flap. That's all I know. When you breathe, it opens and shuts. But anyway, thank you for that, you know, bro. So that's the epiglottis.
Is it something that's operable, or you just got to live?
No.
You just got to live with it?
No, the only thing that's where I look like Scotty when I went to this sleep study. I got all manner of things, you know. And I didn't even think I'd been to sleep, but yeah, when results come back, they said you stopped breathing 32 times in an hour period. So yeah, I must have had some sleep.
But yeah, that's 2 minutes, not 2 seconds.
They can't operate on it. They can't do nothing. You've got to have this CPAP machine, and that is the only way to keep this epiglottis or whatever it is operating or functioning properly. But you see, when this was sort of where we lived previous, and when we moved here, I didn't have, you've got to do a sleep study, and I thought, oh God, does that mean I've got to spend another night in hospital? But all I had were like a wristwatch, and one of them things that you put on any finger.
Yeah.
This has gone from Hellraiser to Darth Vader. Anyway, all it were like a wristwatch with one of them like oxygen or pulse monitor things on my finger. And basically what I had to do is the very next morning, Chris had to take it to hospital, drop it off, take all the data on it, and then 6 weeks later, first one without my CPAP machine. I had to do the first one without my CPAP machine. But then, we had to go collect this second one. Same thing, wristwatch with a thing on end of your finger. But this time I had to do one with my CPAP machine on.
Yeah.
Hi, Dr. Smith.
Hello, Dr. Smith.
Hello, Dr. Smith.
Well, mine must be the obstruction one then, Tommy, because it's not caused by my brain. But yeah. But anyway, same as I say, I urge anybody, if you've got the signs, very loud snoring, waking up out of breathless, whatever.
Link.
Yeah, that's two of the main,
And being tired all day.
Yeah, and like.
I'm always tired.
As we call it, you could go to sleep on a threatening bit. You know what I mean?
Don't matter how much sleep I get.
Yeah.
I'm always tired.
But anyway, so I'll always talk about it. Oh dear.
Pardon me.
1, 2, testicles. It was just doing mate.
Well, if I had a blockage in my ear, I haven't now.
What
Put it
a
that way.
sound check.
No.
Laptop is working
Yeah.
fine for me.
That's his mic check. If you're in birth,
It's a good thing Tim doesn't have one of these mics, telling you.
Oh, Tommy says he's been
One of-
diagnosed
oh
with
yeah.
about
I'll maybe
months
get one of
ago.
them.
For everybody's sake, please don't.
So, yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I won't be without my sleep apnea. My CPAP machine now. I couldn't possibly. Well, I could live without it, but yeah, I wouldn't sleep a deal. Right, I'm going to get going, guys, because I've been on nearly 2 hours and 40 minutes. So I will love you and leave you, and I'll see you tomorrow on the baking one, but Scotty not be because he's got a meeting.
I might be.
Oh, right. Okay, then. Well, we may see you, we may not. We'll put it
I'll
that
be
way.
slightly late in because
Yeah,
the meeting
don't
starts
worry
at
about
7,
it,
so,
Scotty. Yeah, you're private. Yeah. See you later, guys. It was nice seeing you, Dennis, and thank you for everybody coming on the panel. I'll see you later. Bye.
Bye, Tom.
We'll find me. Wanna play?